Phone's right there in the shot. Come on, Corey, get it together. Terrible. Hey, now. Settle down, guys. Settle down. I know. We're finally back.
6.
Whoa,
yeah, let it roar.
Let it roar. Oh, guys. All right. Settle down. We don't have much time today. Yes. This is episode 6?
Yes.
Okay.
6.
Because I labeled the other one an apology episode.
Okay.
It was like a minute. If you didn't check out our apology episode, I don't really recommend it. You're not really getting much out of it. It was like a minute and something.
It was fine. It was filler.
It was just to tell you to hang on because we're real busy.
We have been busy, extremely busy.
Yes, I do know that after looking at the analytics of the podcast and the videos on YouTube and Facebook and stuff, that a majority of you are not subscribed. The views versus the amount of subscribers, they don't correlate, and I don't think that sits well. It's not like we're doing this because we enjoy, goofing off at work. We're doing this for you.
I beg to differ. We enjoy goofing off at work.
We certainly enjoy goofing off at work, but we also enjoy making, like, for example, we had somebody say that they watch every episode because it's very informative.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You remember? You were in the presence of that person.
Yes.
It was my mom. My mom said she watches every episode, and it's not because she's proud of her boy. It's just...
I forgot she said that, but she did say that.
She said it. Yeah. It's very informative.
Mm-hmm. Like an informed citizen of crawl space knowledge.
Yes. When we had Jay on, when we had Courtney on.
Yep, she particularly liked Courtney and the real estate knowledge that she gained during that episode.
Yeah, so we are, we are goofing off, but we are also trying our best to make sure that you're informed when it comes to the crawl space stuff.
We have to goof off. I almost died today.
You did? Oh, yes,
tight
you
space.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Austin almost died today.
Near-death experience.
And when he told me the story.
No way. Then I'd just be under the house with Corey.
No, you would be the one that was trapped under the house.
Austin's still under the house with Corey.
Yeah. You want to tell your story?
That's not much of a story. It was just a really tight crawl space. And I got to a spot where I got kind of jammed up and stuck, and I had to dig my way out. And I just, don't panic.
Yep.
Made sure I didn't panic, and I was fine. But yeah, I was in a tight spot today.
That's so much less of what I got from the picture of what you said. You were like, I was in a tight one today. I had to dig my way out, like you do.
I did. Yes, there was a lot more hand motions and there was a lot going on, but we'll save the viewers from that.
Yeah, so when we're under your house, 90% of the time we're alone. We're by ourselves. And there are stories about dudes who have gotten caught under there and don't have backup.
Yeah, the fire department or somebody else has to come pull them out.
Man, imagine if that... All right, so this is a very real situation. This is something that could easily happen. Let's say that we go to a house that they are not full-timers. Mm-hmm. Let's say they're gone for the winter. Mm-hmm. And...
Snowbirds.
Yeah, we go and they just say, hey, like, can you check on everything just to make sure everything's good? Sure, not a problem, Mrs. Smith. We'll go right under there. We go by ourselves. We get caught. Mm-hmm. We don't have our phone on us. Mm-hmm. And we're stuck down there until they come back for the summer.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together. Have a few laughs.
It's possible.
It's a good possibility.
Look, if my cat lasted 3 weeks under the house, we can make a go at it.
Your cat, I still believe there's some fabrication to that story.
No fabrication.
That's a
Check
super
with the
cat.
Wife. Check with the wife.
That is a super cat.
We're not talking 13 miles per hour fabrication. We're talking actual data. 3 weeks.
That mower will do every bit of 48 mph.
She's a beast.
Yeah, so we have been really busy thanks to you guys. This is the time of year when your crawl space is starting to sweat. And, you're going to notice some drooping insulation and stuff. So if you haven't checked or peeked under your house...
Why is it sweating? Inform us.
Why is the crawl space sweating?
Mm-hmm. The one I went to today. It didn't have any groundwater problem. But it was wet. Everything was dripping. There was water everywhere dripping off the insulation, the building materials. So enlighten us, Corey.
It could be, it's a combination of a couple of things that I found. For example, insulation or like insulated ductwork, mm-hmm. where all of your air-conditioned air goes through. It's almost the equivalent of, like, let's say that you take a cold can of Pepsi and you take it out into a hot summer day. It sweats.
Yes.
And once that insulation starts dripping or like your pipes start dripping onto the floor, that water then will evaporate up into your insulation. That water gets crapped.
poop again.
trapped in there, and your insulation will start to sweat because it's hanging. It's heavy. It's like raining. It's creating an environment under your house.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of biodiversity down there. You got a little terrarium, a cycle.
Terrarium.
Yeah,
That's a good word.
It's like a jungle.
Yes.
It sweats, it evaporates, it condenses, it drips, it evaporates, it sweats.
Was my explanation good?
You know what? That's science, Watson. Spot on.
It was good. Okay.
Spot on.
Okay, good. Yes, I went under somebody's house and I noticed that like they had tiny little puddles, and I'm like, what is going on? They're reading 98% humidity. Well, it's because that person's unit needed to be power cycled. It hadn't been running, and you could see the water dripping off of their insulation.
I've been under houses where it's literally raining. You listen and you can just hear everything dripping everywhere.
Yes, and when that moist insulation is stuck next to your floor joists, that starts the rot process.
I have a great analogy for that. It's like taking a wool sweater right out of the wash. It's wet, sopping wet. Throw it on your nice cherry hardwood floors and leave it there.
Oh, no.
See what happens to your hardwood floors. It's not going to be good.
No, when you pull that up, it's going to be discolored. It's going to be soft.
It's going to be damaged.
Yes.
The materials will have delaminated. Delaminated.
Is that a word?
Yes.
Delaminated?
Nah, you should trust me now.
I do trust you.
Thank
yes.
you.
Austin and I recently, he said, maybe you could do some reconnoitering. And when I know recon, I always think reconnaissance. You are performing reconnaissance. Reconnoitering is actually the act of reconnaissance.
Well done. Shout out to our military and veterans. Reconnoitering.
Reconnoitering. If you're a veteran, go ahead and leave a comment down below and just let us know that you're watching. We're always interested when people say that they take light to our podcasts.
I'd be interested to know how many of the veterans out there use the word reconnoitering in everyday life.
I know one.
If you have. Yeah, you know one. There's one. There's an oddball in every group.
Yeah, for sure. Do we have a question this week?
We actually do. As a matter of fact.
What have we got there? What have we got there?
I'm going to read it.
Go ahead, read it.
Alejandro from West Ocean City would like to know, I just recently purchased a second home here. When it rains, the crawl space seems to fill up with water. What can I do to prevent that? First off, Alejandro, welcome to the shore.
Yes, welcome to the shore, and thanks for your question. And if you have questions, you could feel free to leave them on the Facebook link that you're watching them on. If you're watching it right on YouTube, you can go ahead and leave the question in the question. Am I having a stroke today?
No, you're doing all right. You're fired up.
Call the fire department. This one's out of control.
It's Monday.
Oh my goodness!
You're full of.
I feel a little outside my face going
Monday.
Yeah. Do you want to take it?
I'll be glad to take it.
Yes.
All right. So a couple of reasons. If it's happening after it rains, odds are you have a groundwater problem. You could have hydrostatic pressure, which is water moving laterally through the mortar joints, and then the crawl space fills up. If you're down in West Ocean City, though, odds are you're dealing with a high water table.
Yep.
High water table. And see, the drawback to installing, and say, people think, hey, just put a sump pump down there, you'll be fine. Yes, that's definitely a consideration. However, if you put a sump pump in a crawl space, a really deep crawl space with a high water table, it's going to run nonstop.
Yes.
Nonstop. So the best bet, let me look at it, and I'll tell you. I'll shoot it to you straight. We'll figure it out.
If you have every year he comes back, or he says he has water, he sees the water down there.
We said after a heavy rain.
After a heavy rain. At the very, very minimum, in my opinion, cover it up. Cover it up with something. You want to keep the water from being able to evaporate up into your floor joists. At the very minimum, cover it up. And then some people are like, well, yeah, but like it's like a waterbed at that point. Yeah, I mean, theoretically it is if you don't have any drainage. However, it's still keeping the moisture down. That's why they call it a moisture barrier.
Yes.
Moisture barrier.
It's a stroke thing. Maybe reconsider.
Last time it was the gonorrhea. Now it's strokes. What? It's not a swear word. It is a medical condition.
It is.
And mine's clearing up swimmingly.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
It's only been 3 years.
I know. It's been 3 years. I was afraid to hold my kids. I'm not even kidding.
You don't want to. Yeah. Wow.
Austin,
We're going to have to cut it short today. I'm going to have to get him to the ER.
I ain't even kidding.
Oh, boy.
Maybe it's a sunburn.
It could be.
Yeah?
Are you dehydrated?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, I'm dehydrated. My wife and kids and I went out and did a beach day. covered in the rays and love of the sun. The sun blanketed me
Where'd you
with
go,
its
Bethany?
love. We go to the. Should I say where we like to take my family?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Unless you can be super vague about it.
I could be Bethany area, close
Bethany
to Bethany.
area? Mhm.
Yeah,
Like
right between Bethany and Dewey.
Okay. That's a nice area. It's nice.
There's a lot of beach to cover over there. So if you are stalking me via this podcast, good luck.
Yeah, and they won't see you in that straw hat, so not that I just gave that away.
Easy. Whoa. I was just about to say, hey, thanks for tuning in, but now we have to.
Yeah, look for the guy in the cap delts with the straw hat. There he is.
As I widen up. So wait, what's wrong with the straw hat? Because like 3 years ago, they were huge.
I wear one.
Do you?
When I'm on the boat. Mhm.
Okay, I wear one all the time because it's like an umbrella that I wear on my head.
Yeah, it's a mobile umbrella. And for us gingers, fair skin type,
Yeah.
that's crucial. I like a little SPF 80.
SPF 80. Sometimes that doesn't work. And when they say reapply every 2 hours, they mean it.
Lather up. I like to lather up.
Yeah, you look like almost like when you go out onto the water or you go outside, you look like you're ready for a bass fishing tournament.
Easy.
Yeah,
Why?
like the quick dry long sleeve stuff.
Hey, you got to practice how you play. You got to dress the part.
You wear the gator.
Of course I got a gator.
You got sunglasses
I got
on.
a plethora of gators.
Do you?
Yeah, I have fishing gloves.
A gator collection. You fishing gloves?
Oh, yeah, they're hook fishing gloves. They're nice.
What's the point?
Oh, your hands get wet and also the sunblock, the sun. Then I don't have to have slimy sunblock all over me if I can just cover up. Look, my dermatologist recommended that, so back off.
It's slimy. My hands get wet.
Oh, wow. I did just say that.
My hands get all wet if I don't like it.
I don't like to get dirty.
We're the big, strong men that will crawl into the house and battle all the beasts. But I guarantee if Austin puts his hand in a puddle.
I don't like to get dirty. Yes, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, all right, let's wrap it.
Wrap it.
Yes, sir.
Fist
I will
bump.
hit us with one of these. Oh, wait, no, we got to do it louder.
Oh, crank it up. Oh, there it is.
There it
Yes.
is. Guys, again, thanks for watching. We are trying to, we told you 10-minute episodes. We're trying our best to keep it there. Make sure you like and subscribe, and please, if you see it in your heart to support two loving, caring gentlemen that just want the best for you, then go ahead and hit subscribe. Hit subscribe.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm going to start the truck.
Okay.
The PRMC.
Bye, guys. That was a good one.